Alright, back again with another collection update. It's that time of the month again. I have here some stacks of stuff that I'll go through, starting with the PS5 as usual, and then ending with Blu-ray. So there was a massive spring sale at one of the local game stores, and I went kind of crazy. I don't even have all the stuff here that I bought from them. Because I just don't want to, cram everything into one video. So some of the spring sale stuff is going to be in the next collection update, but these are some of the more interesting items, at least for me, that I picked up. So starting off with Silent Hill F. I finally bit the bullet and bought this. Now, I'm very excited to play this. I'll probably record a separate review video for this, just because I like Silent Hill. So I'll probably do some kind of a review for this in the future, depending on when I get to play it. But yeah, probably early summer I'll review this. Now the pricing for this was insane. I think it was in Europe it was 75 euros at launch, and the price didn't really go down. But yeah, it was like now it's priced like a regular video game. So I decided I'd give it a shot. As I said, I bit the bullet and bought it. Now, can I fit it on the screen where like this? That's good enough. That should be good. I'm kind of trying to figure out where I have the edge here for this video. There you go. All right. I also picked up, I'm glad I waited for this, I picked up a European retail release of Clock Tower Rewind by Way Forward. So the guys who are probably best known for Shantae, they did this. There's also, I think Limited Run Games did their version of this. I think there's also a Japanese physical for this, if I'm not mistaken, but I was kind of hoping that the European release would come out, and it did. I've never played the original Clock Tower, so I'm very interested in checking that one out. Another horror title I picked up, Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit. I've heard some mixed things about this, but I like the pixelated art style of this one. And in general, I think Five Nights at Freddy's is actually a pretty fun series. It's not just a kids meme, really. It is also that, but I think some of the games in the series, like the first one and the third one, are pretty fantastic, actually. So yeah, I'm always interested in checking out more games from this series. I also picked up a shoot 'em up title. Very happy to see this getting a PS5 release, because the original PS3 release is one of the most expensive titles on that system, and that is Mamoru-kun Recurse, so Mamoru-kun Curse remade. Now I've actually already played this game, the PS5 version. I played through this game. I'll include it in probably the next recent gaming episode. If I can fit it in there, I'll include it. And yeah, it's a really fun shoot 'em up title. Very unique title, very different from what I'm used to playing, because this isn't an auto scroller. You are like freely running around on the ground, and then you can shoot in multiple different directions and whatever. It's pretty different. I haven't played shoot 'em up title like this before, so also really, really happy to see that there's a booklet. A full color manual, incredible. And again, as I always complain, I find it laughable that Sony and other massive billion-dollar companies are whining about cutting costs and how they can't afford putting booklets into physical games anymore because they have to save money and whatever. And then all of these tiny indie games and these re-releases of old titles, like these budget games. Like these have like full color manuals with them and sticker sheets and posters and everything. Like, and I think this was 30 euros at release. This Momonoken Recurse. So it's not even an expensive title. So how do they afford it? How is it possible that they afford it, but Sony can't like put a tiny manual into a first-party PlayStation game? It's just pathetic. So, Momonoken Recurse, good game if you're into shoot 'em up titles. Not the most beginner-friendly title. It's not the most difficult shoot 'em up game I've played in a long time, but there's definitely a learning curve in there because there is so much you need to know. You can just kind of pick it up and start playing it. You have to know the different mechanics and how to move around and everything. So it's definitely a weird one. Let's put it that way. I also picked up. I got this for free basically because I had some like points to use at a local game store. I got this one for free. I picked this one at the same time as the Clock Tower Rewind. Arcade Paradise High Score Edition. Now this is a game that many people would call a hidden gem, probably, on the PS5. Nosebleed Interactive, great title. And it's basically a management game where you have this, I guess, a laundromat that you're running, and then you start building an arcade that goes with the laundromat, and you are building an arcade and kind of managing it, and you can also play the arcade games themselves. And it seems very interesting, and all the people I know who have played this game rave about it. Like it's supposedly pretty fantastic. So Arcade Paradise. Also, this High Score Edition, this has DLC packs, no download codes, so I'm guessing it's all on disc. If it's not all on disc, then it's just an automatic download or whatever. That's cool. I also picked up a game I didn't even know that this existed. I think I watched the Metal Jesus Rocks pickups video that they did a while back ago, and this was in there, and I was shocked that I hadn't heard of this. So it's Hotel Barcelona, developed by White Owls. So this is a game by the Japanese company White Owls. I have pretty much all of their games. It's the company of Swery. Yeah, I just talked about The Good Life in a recent gaming episode. I trashed that game completely. I'm hoping that this one is better. Like this looks more like what I would expect from this company, like this really strange action game. And it was cheap, like 25 euros, like full price. A good deal, I think. So, Hotel Barcelona seems like an interesting title, kind of flying under the radar, but yeah, it exists. And then lastly, I picked up an import copy of Animal Well, the Big Mode Donkey promoted game. Very highly reviewed, revered even by many people. Puzzle platformer. And yeah, this is a Asian, like Chinese English release of this. I think there's also a North American release of it. No European, which is unfortunate. Maybe now that I picked this up, a European release is like coming out in like a week or whatever. But yeah, very excited to check out Animal Well. Looks great. Great visual style. And I love puzzle games, so there you go. And then lastly, for the PS5, I picked up maybe a controversial pickup because it's SNK, and SNK is now owned by Saudi Arabia. And I'm not a huge fan of Saudi Arabia as a political power, let's put it that way. Not a huge fan of chopping up journalists and shoving them into luggage bags. So does it make me a hypocrite that I bought the huge, heavy collector's edition of Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves? Maybe, but I saw that this was on sale for 20 euros. How can I not pick this up? It's chunky. It's really heavy. It's incredibly nice. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the Saudi Arabian government lost money by me buying this because it's a steal. I got this for so cheap. I'll unbox it as well. I have no idea what's in here, but it is heavy. It is really, really chunky. Let's see what's in there. How do I open this? How does one open this? Oh, it's just from the top, I guess. Or is it? What is this? Oh, the flap. The flap opened like it was nothing. I didn't even have to fold it. There's no damage to the flap. That's incredible. So what is there? Well, there's an art book. Well, this is why it's so heavy. Wow. Okay. This looks like a guide for a 1990s flight simulator PC game. Some art. Lots of art. Not just from this game, I guess, or from different iterations of the series. Very nice. Now, I'm not again, as I always say when I talk about fighting games, I'm not a fighting game guy. I like the idea of owning fighting games because the art styles are usually pretty cool and the packages are nice. And I do enjoy playing some of them, like Tekken 6 and 7 and some Soul Calibur maybe sprinkled in there and whatever. Some Blaze Blue, Calamity Trigger. That's my game. That's a fun one. But yeah, I'm not deep into fighting games, but like this package, how could I pass up on picking something like this up for 20 bucks? What else do we have here? We have the actual game. I'll open this just to see what's in there. Is there something here? Season Pass. What is this? Download code for some Season Pass stuff. All right. DLC costume for Terry. But yeah, this game is pretty controversial, not just because it's Saudi Arabia, but also because of what they put in the game. I think this is the Fatal Fury game. Like, this is the one that has Ronaldo, the football player, as a playable character, right? Surely this is that. What a ridiculous time to be alive. And why is he in here? Because he's a football player and he sold his soul for a bag of money and went to play in Saudi Arabia. It's a legendary player. Completely ruined his image with that move, but whatever. What do we have here? We have a relationship chart. All right. I don't know if that shows you in any way, but it's a poster, has a relationship chart stuff on it. And then there is a map on the other side. Very difficult to fit this on screen, but there you go. There's a map of the game, I guess. So yeah, I will play this at some point. I don't know when, but at some point I will. And I'll report back and let you know if it's any good. I've heard that it's all right from people who are in the know, so to speak. There's also a steelbook, which is very nice. I like steelbooks quite a bit. Soundtrack and some stickers as well. And the soundtrack is on 2 discs So, I mean, this package is pretty damn nice, I have to say. Lots of stuff in here, and very affordable for what I paid. Now the problem is that I can't fit all of the stuff back in here. Now I could. All right, it is done. It is back. Oh, everything is back in its right place. So there you go. I'll use that for the thumbnail. And then for the PS4, moving on, I picked up. I just recently played through the Jeff Minter story on PS5. That will be in the next recent gaming episode. And I went looking like what other games by him have physical releases. And this is one of the ones. I remember hearing the name multiple times, but I didn't connect the dots then. So I picked up Akka Ar Special Edition. Now there is also a PS5 version of this, but that's like twice as expensive, and I have no idea why, because it's the same game basically with the same package. So I picked up this special edition for like 10 euros. It has some extra goodies in there as well. And yeah, it's an arcade shooter of some kind, like most Jeff Minter games. He is an insane guy. Like the games that he makes are unique, let's just put it that way. I'll talk more about him and his games in the recent gaming episode that I'll record next after I stop recording this. And yeah, I'll get back to you about Jeff Minter, but I wanted to pick up Akka Ar. I'm also looking for he has the game Polybius, which has a limited run games release. And also Tempest 4000 has a PS4 release, I think. That one was really cheap for a long time, but I never picked it up, and now it's sold out, so I'll have to track down a copy of that. It's not too expensive, but you know, it just annoys me. I'll probably have to order it online or whatever. Yeah. Sad to see that Space Giraffe doesn't have a physical release. I kind of wish that Space Giraffe was brought back to modern consoles. It's a PS3 era shoot 'em up that he made. Psychedelic shoot 'em up. Right. And I also picked up a couple more PS4 games. I picked up a very cheap copy of Mutant Football League Dynasty Edition. Now a fantasy-themed American football game. Old school series. And yeah, I talked about Madden in one of the recent gaming episodes and how I deleted my save, or the game corrupted my save file and I deleted the whole thing from my machine. So maybe I'll start playing Mutant Football League and hope that it's better than Madden. We'll see. I also picked up this one just because it looked interesting. Looks like a type of game that I would like. It reminds me of the series Shelter, if you know that game series on the PC and Switch, I think. I don't know if there's PlayStation versions of those. I played them on PC. Endling Extinction is Forever, where you play as this little fox character that has a bunch of pups. So, seems interesting. And it was really cheap, which is a recurring theme in this video. Like, Silent Hill F was the only thing here that I would call expensive. I also picked up a copy of Gimmick Special Edition. Now there's also a limited edition of this that has a plushie of the main character. I was kind of tempted by that, but I got this for like 8 euros, so I'm not going to spend like 5 times, 10 times even the amount of money to get a plushie of the character. So yeah, this is a old NES era platformer that's very well liked and quite rare and expensive as far as I know. So a PS5 release of this, great stuff. Never played it, but it looks exactly like the type of thing that I like. Right, next up we get to the PS2. I have just a couple of games here, two PS2 games and 2 PS1 games. They are good ones. I was very happy to see both Headhunter and Headhunter Redemption in the wild on the shelf at the local game store. Used copies of these, and I've never owned either one, so I picked them up immediately. Very cheap and affordable. These are quite highly rated action games on the PS2, third-person action games. This one also has a Nordic back cover, which is cool, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, not a full-color manual, but gray and white, better than black and white. Not the cheapest possible one. And then the sequel, Headhunter Redemption. These look really fun, cheesy, kind of action games, sci-fi action games. Exactly the type of stuff that I live for on the PS2. And yeah, this one also has a black and white manual. Disappointing. What else do we have? Oh, we have a Sega booklet. What do we have? Sega Games Catalog. What do we have? Sega Superstars. I don't know what this is. It's an iToy game. Well, nah. Headhunter Redemption. Yeah, well, it's this one, sure. Sonic Heroes. What else? Worms Forts Under Siege. That's not good. Blood Will Tell. Now, that's a game that I would like to own, but it's pretty expensive and sought after, so... man. What else do we have? Guilty Gear Isuka. Spy Fiction. I don't think I own that one either. And then we have Samurai Jack, The Shadow of Aku. I didn't know that exists, but alright. Virtua Fighter 4, Puyo Pop Fever, Worms 3D, Seven Samurai. Oh yeah, there's a Seven Samurai game on the PS2 that I don't think I own. Nightshade. What a weird lineup of games. Could you imagine a company like Sega going into 2026 with this lineup of games? Nah, it's a time gone. It's a past time that will never come back. So yeah, there you go, Headhunter and Headhunter Redemption. And then 2 PS1 games. I paid more for these than I would have liked, but there was an auction. There was one other guy who wanted this, and he kept bumping the price, and I just thought, fuck that guy, I'll just win this. These are mine. So I paid a bit too much for these, more than I would have wanted to. But whatever. Beloved childhood games. I've never played these, but when I show the cover, I know there are some people watching who will go, who will make a deep sigh of nostalgia when they see this. So I picked up Spider-Man, the PlayStation 1 licensed game that a lot of people have fond memories of. I somehow managed to dodge this completely. I never played it, but now I have a copy of it, so I'll probably check it out. One thing that I always hear about this game and the sequel also is that people still like these a lot. These have apparently aged pretty well, as far as I know. And yeah, I also picked up the second game, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Now the cover art is really cool and should be pretty damn fun game. Should be a pretty damn fun game as well. Great condition used games. The hinge is a bit wonky, but it is what it is. It's an old PS1 game. What can you do? There you go, Spidey. Also came with this registration card. It has the name of the person. Well, Ross Gibson. It has the address of the person. I'm not going to show it, but yeah, it has Ross Gibson and his address from the early 2000s. So, Ross Gibson, if you're listening, I have your old copy of Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. Thank you. So yeah, there you go. That's my video game pickups for this month. Moving on to movies. So I'll move the Fatal Fury here and reposition it at some point. Not that many titles this time for the movies. which is exciting. I can get through this pretty quickly, hopefully. I'll unbox one of these because it looks cool. So yeah, Radiance. I got the latest Radiance films releases. So these, I pre-ordered these. I could stop pre-ordering these and just buy them from sales because none of their stuff really sells out that quickly anymore, luckily. But I want to support them, so I'll keep pre-ordering the stuff that I really am interested in a lot, which is everything from this month. So these are the February releases from Radiance. I just got this package in time, like this morning. I went to pick this package up like an hour ago. So I'm really glad to have it here and include this stuff here. So I picked up the Japanese Godfather trilogy, Niho no Don, or whatever it's called. It's by the director Sadao Nakajima. So I watched a couple of his movies recently, Rapace's Jailbreaker and stuff like that. Really glad to have this. I have a friend who loves these movies, and I trust his opinion, so should be pretty good. Yakuza films set in a higher echelon of the organization, so it's not like Kinji Fukasaku with the like street mobsters running around and shooting people. It's like it's the big dogs running the show that these movies focus on. So very, very interesting. I don't think I've seen any Yakuza films like this before. Well, Big Time Gambling Boss maybe to a degree, but yeah, whatever. Moving on, I also picked up Libido, which is a giallo murder movie from Italy. Don't know anything about this. The director is completely unknown to me. Ernesto Castaldi and Vittorio Salerno sounds pretty familiar. I don't remember. What have they? Let's say here. What have they done? Oh yeah, the screenwriter of Horrible Dr. Hitchcock and Torso is the director here. All right, yeah. Cool. That's not Vittorio Salerno. That's Gastaldi. Well, whatever. I don't know. Libido looks cool. And I also picked up. I forgot that this was a February release. I thought this was a January release, and that I didn't buy it, but I did buy it. So I got Iphigenia by probably Mikhail Kakoyanis, the Greek director. Haven't seen anything by him before. I am familiar with this story because it's basically the same storyline that Yorgos Lanthimos' The Killing of the Sacred Deer is based on, loosely. So this is a more straight-up adaptation of that play, Iphigenia, in something. I remember the Finnish title of it, but not the English title, so it's not really worth saying. But yeah, it's a story about Agamemnon, the war leader king, who sacrifices his own child, to gain favor with the gods and whatever, and how that goes horribly wrong, as it usually goes in Greek plays. But yeah, very interested in watching that. And then this one I will unbox, and I will watch this very soon. The second release from Transmission, so the sub-label of Radiance, they released The Stuntman, which is a movie that I don't know anything about, but holy shit, this package is nice. Like it's the same style of box that their first release, The Night of the Juggler, was in, but I think this looks even nicer. So I'll rip this open and let's see what's inside. This looks fantastic. I don't remember when I've last been as excited to watch a over 2 hour long movie as I am right now. I'm very excited about this. I'll probably watch it later tonight even. Let's get this. Let's get this Obi strip off. Now the people who are scalpers and resellers are fainting because the value is now gone. I removed the paper and I even folded the sticker. So there you go. Now this art is gorgeous. It looks incredible. If God could do the tricks that we can do, he'd be a happy man. So yeah, this is a film about stuntmen, has Peter O'Toole in it. Wow, there's so much stuff in here. Let's start with the booklet. So there's a book. Special thanks. Who do we have? Is there anyone I know? Severin Films, Mercury Films, all right. Do we have visual? We have a lot of writing here. What is this? Fall Guys, The Ballad of Forgotten Men by Brandon Strausing. Yeah. In 22 seconds I could break your fucking spine. Well, that's not good. Please don't. It's an interview with Richard Rush. Looks good. Just that there's a annoying reflection on screen, but it is what it is. All the World's a Stage. Richard Rush's The Stunt Man. Lots of different poster artwork. Director Spotlight. Have I seen anything by this guy? Probably not. No, I don't think I've seen anything by Richard Rush, so this will be my first. What else do we have here? We have some art cards. I'll try to show them a little bit. I don't want to take the band off because I can't get it back on, but there are art cards, multiple of them. How many? 5, 6, quite a few. There you go. Well, I fucked it up. Now it's off the band. I might as well show all of them now that they are off the band. And these are all one-sided. There you go. It's the art cards. Can I get the band back on? Oh, that was too easy. I'm getting better at this. And then we have a poster. It's probably just the same artwork. Yes. One-sided only. So there you go. There's a poster. And then we have the actual movie. So it has this slip cover with different artwork. Thank God. Oh, and this one has different artwork as well. There are so many different artworks. That's cool. And what do we have inside? 2 discs. Yeah, it's 4K and Blu-ray both. So this is a incredible package, I have to say. And again, I always rave about Radiance Films. I'm not associated with them in any way. I pay for all this stuff with my own money. And I'm not on their payroll. This is just genuine excitement. I mean, this is just the best of the best, as far as I'm concerned. The best stuff out there on the market. There you go, The Stuntman. Hopefully the movie is good as well. I don't know anything about the movie, but the package is insanely nice. All right, moving on to Eureka. I had to pre-order this because it's FOMO. It's limited to 2,000. I had to get this. So I got the Zen and Sword, the Miyamoto Musashi saga at Toei, which is a 5-movie set of Tomu Uchida films to tell the life, tell the story of the life of Miyamoto Musashi, the swordsman. Now, I just watched, was it last year or 2 years ago, the Criterion Collection release for the for this the Samurai Trilogy. It was right there, like next to me, so I picked it up from the shelf. Samurai Trilogy. This tells pretty much the same story, but in 3 movies. So here we have 5 movies telling the story of this legendary swordsman, Musashi. And yeah, are all of these movies directed by Uchida? Tomo Uchida is fantastic. He did Bloody Spear at Mount Fuji and Fugitive from the Past, which I still haven't watched. It's like 3 hours long, but it's supposedly incredibly good. So, yeah. Oh, there's Ken Takakura here as well. Where is Tomo Uchida? Oh yeah, there you go. Directed by Tomo Uchida. All 5 of these movies from 61 to 65. I will dig into this box set when I get the chance, and it looks incredible. It looks fantastic. And then, what else? I also picked up from Eureka, oh yeah, Stephen Chow. If a Stephen Chow movie is released, I'm there to buy it. King of Beggars. Looks great. A comedy movie with Stephen Chow in it. That's great. I also picked up this 2-film set, Cloud and Charisma by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. I've seen Charisma maybe 10 years ago at this point from a DVD. And the only thing that I remember about it is that it was really strange and kind of compelling. Not the worst Kiyoshi Kurosawa movie I've seen, by a long shot, but I don't remember much about it. I remember that there's a strange tree in it, and it's very dreamlike. That's all I remember about it. I'll have to rewatch Charisma. And then Cloud is it's a modern film, right? It's from like a couple of years ago. Yeah, 2024. Don't know anything about that, so I'll go into that completely blind. I also picked up some used releases. So from Eureka, I picked up The H-Man and Battle in Outer Space, the Ishiro Honda double pack. Limited edition. I've been waiting a long time to find a limited edition copy of this. Has both of the movies on separate discs and a booklet. So these are old Japanese sci-fi movies. Ishiro Honda, of course, best known as the director of the original Godzilla movie and many of the subsequent Godzilla films. He also did. I have no idea why Matango, the sci-fi movie with the mushroom people, that was in the. What is the name of the book? I have the book on my shelf. It's The Creative Gene by Hideo Kojima. Matango was in there, I think, and also in Death Stranding as sort of an inspiration. Mentioned as an inspiration. I have no idea why he's so enamored with Matango. I thought the movie was awful. He also did The Human Vapor, which is really bad, clumsy sci-fi film, like cheap cash grab sci-fi film. But but he also did Mothra, the really good Mothra movie from the 1960s. So Ishiro Honda, interesting guy. Hopefully these movies are better than some of the ones that I mentioned, but there you go. I also picked up used copies of the old Fritz Lang Mabuse films, so Dr. Mabuse, Der Spieler. This is the 4-hour-long first Mabuse film, black and white. This sort of, it's like a crime series, as far as I know, crime films. And then I also picked up Das Testament des Dr. Mabuse. And I don't know if it's pronounced Mabuse or Mabuse or whatever, but probably not the latter one because, it's German. Dr. Mabuse, that's good enough for me. And yeah, I picked up these. I have the box set of the other Mabuse films, like the ones that came after these. I have that one as well. So now I think I have all of them. So I'll have to watch them at some point. Right. I also picked up and watched already a copy of Hanabi by Takeshi Kitano. One of the Takeshi Kitano films that I hadn't seen yet. That's one of the more, let's say, highly rated. And yeah, it's fantastic. As usual, it's third windows. There's just a disc, nothing else. It's bare bones, but it's good. It's an interesting take on the gangster film. Very different from what you would usually see from the genre. It's more of like a PTSD movie than anything else. And then we're off to the last stretch. I have here 2 movies from Vinegar Syndrome. Well, actually 3, but yeah. I picked up this. I don't know if these movies are any good, but whatever. It was cheap. I picked up this double pack. Has The Doll Squad and Mission Kill Fast in it. I don't know much about these. These are like action movies, like low budget action movies from the 1970s. So knowing Vinegar Syndrome and their like average quality, probably pretty shit, but there you go. I found that for cheap. And I also picked up this. This is a partner label release. This is from Canadian International Pictures, The Mob, which is a Canadian kind of a crime mob film. I heard that it's pretty good, so I'll have to check it out. It's only like an hour and 25 minutes, so that's good. I picked it up just because I heard from a reliable source that it's actually pretty good. So there we go. Right. I also have a stack here of Warner Archive Collections Blu-ray. I bought this from a sale maybe like 6 months ago, but I just forgot about them. So I'll quickly go through them here. I picked up this one. Well, this one I picked up used later, but haven't watched it yet. I picked up a copy of Black Belt Jones with Jim Kelly in it, legendary guy from he did what did he do? He did the he did Enter the Dragon, the Bruce Lee movie. Great guy. So there you go. I also picked up copies of these are all sealed, so I'll go quickly through them. I picked up a copy of The Ice Pirates, just based on the name, because it looks exactly like the type of cheesy stuff that I would be into. Also picked up a double pack of old horror films, The Ghost Ship and Bedlam. And these are RKO movies. These are from the same era as the Cat People and I Walked with a Zombie and so on. That era of RKO. Cool stuff. Also picked up The Fearless Vampire Killers, which is a movie by Roman Polanski. Haven't seen it yet. Then I picked up The Bermuda Depths. Again, another one of these cheesy movies that I'm probably going to be heavily invested in. Has Carl Weathers in it. That's a strange one, right? So there you go. It's a ocean film. And what is this? Mark of the Vampire. An old one. Has Bela Lugosi in it. Doesn't have Dracula in the title, but yeah. It's directed by Todd Browning. So the guy who did the Dracula film. Which one did he do? Like he did the original Universal Dracula film, right? Yeah. And he also directed Freaks and other strange stuff. I also picked up a copy of Eye of the Devil, another one of these old school horror movies. Very interested in checking this one out, like a gothic horror film. Yeah, directed by J. Lee Thompson. What has he done? Other stuff. I remember the name vividly, J. Lee Thompson. I just can't put together what other movie by him I've seen. Right, then I picked up 2 more. Each Dawn I Die. This is a different style of film. It's not a horror movie at all. It sounds like a horror film, but it's not. As far as I know, it's this kind of a working class drama thing. There you go. And then also, what else? Oh yeah, the original Children of the Damned. This one I picked up as well. I don't really like the James Carpenter. Is it a remake? Well, reboot, whatever. I don't like the James Carpenter version of Village of the Damned at all. But this original is supposedly better, so there you go. Horror film with terrifying kids in it. Sounds good. And that's that. That's everything. I'll use this. And I guess I'll use this. So there you go. Zen and Sword. Fatal Fury. Pretty good month. Not as stacked as the last two previous ones, but, lots of quality here. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'll be back again next week for something else. See ya.